Investing in dividends is a great way to create passive income, but I do have to be honest with you guys. And the truth is, if you want to make $100 a month in dividends, it's not that easy to do. You have to have a lot of patience. Obviously, you need time and you need a lot of capital in order to invest in different investments to even make $100 a month in dividends. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to do the math yourself so that you can find out based on which investments you're looking into as to how much money you actually need invested to make $100 a month in dividends. And just keep in mind that I am not a professional investor by any means, so take this video for entertainment purposes only. But at the end of the day, hopefully you guys can learn some basic math as to how to calculate some basic dividends. So to start off, I'm going to be using AT&T as the example here because honestly, they have a pretty good dividend yield right now of 7.27%. And that's really high considering they've also been paying out dividends for a very, very long time. Now, if you do want to look up AT&T on the stock exchange, their ticker symbol is just T, but keep in mind, this is just for illustration purposes only. I don't want you guys using this as a strategy to invest in dividends because there's a lot more to look into. You can't just look at a company right on the outside and then invest a whole bunch of money into them expecting that your dividends are going to work out in the long run. There's a lot to it here, but this is just going to be a good example because they have a pretty high yield and they've been paying dividends out for obviously a long time. Current share prices of AT&T are going for $28.80, and so that's the number that we're going to be using for the math today. But if you guys get on the stock market tomorrow, that number is obviously going to fluctuate. So you're going to want to go with the current numbers. That way your math is always accurate. And then also when it comes to the dividend yield, that number is also going to be fluctuating as well because it's based off the share price. And so every single day that yield can fluctuate a little bit. So we're not going to be looking quite at the dividend yield. We're actually going to be looking at the dividend payout as far as cash goes. And I'll explain that right here for you guys. So if you want to make $100 a month in dividends, you are only going to need two numbers here that are going to help you do this math correctly. The first number that you're going to need is the actual share price. And then the second number that you're going to need is the annual dividend payout per share. It's really easy to find. And technically speaking, it's just called the annual dividend. That's all you have to look up under any stats. Now, like I said earlier, AT&T is currently trading at $28.80 per share. And then their dividend payout is 52 cents per share. But keep in mind, that's being paid quarterly. So we have to multiply that by 4. And that turns out to be $2.08. That's the annual dividend. And this is the other number that we needed. So we just needed the share price and the annual dividend. And now we have them both. So in order to do the math easily here, we need to take the amount that we want yearly, which in this case is going to be $1,200 because we want to make $100 a month. Now, once we have $1,200, now what we're going to do is divide that by $2.08, which was the full dividend per share per year. And like I said before, that's called the annual dividend. Now we're going to get 577, which is how many shares you need to own right now to make $100 a month in dividends from the AT&T example. But in order to make that $100 a month, we need to own those 577 shares. So we're going to have to multiply 577 by the current share price of $28.80. And now at this point, you're going to have $16,617. And that is exactly how much money you're going to need invested today in order to make $100 a month in dividends from, once again, the current AT&T example. So as long as you have the current share price and the annual dividend, you can plug in these numbers for yourself and you can see how much you're going to need invested in order to make however much you want per month in dividends. Now, obviously, this is just basic math here, but if you are looking into these different companies and you buy low and you get an exceptional value on those specific companies, then with your dividends, you can actually reinvest them into that same company. And over time, assuming the stock price is going up and the value of the dividends are also going up, then in time, you're only going to be making more money per month on those dividends, but you do have to have patience and time in order for this to work. Because even if you were given $100,000 tomorrow and you decided that you wanted to start dividend investing, then it's not the wisest thing to just go buy some random company just because they pay out a good dividend, because the value of that share price might not actually be where you want it to be. And you also have to make sure that the dividends are going to be sustainable for a long time, because a lot of companies can run into trouble and they can cut their dividends at any given moment, and you don't have control over that. So you want to be wise as to what you're investing in and how long you plan on doing it for. Now, if you are interested in getting a free stock, I have an affiliate link for Webull in the description below, where they'll actually give you a free stock valued up to $1,600 just for depositing $100 and opening an account with them. So if you have an interest in getting a free share, definitely check them out. Also, if you just found this channel, I'm Jason with Honest Finance, and I make a lot of videos on different topics that'll give your life and your finances more value. So if you do have an interest in this type of content, feel free to subscribe, and then I'll leave some more stock market investing videos that you guys can watch. But thank you for watching. Have a great day.